because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us go hand in hand, because this is our land.
So come, let us walk hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us unite and transform this place we call home. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. And as I said earlier, for the radio audience, now that we have the folks on YouTube and Facebook, this will be the last program before the Carnival. By now, you know, Carnival will peak on the weekend. So from tomorrow, there will be activity or activities. Thursday, same thing. Friday, same thing. Saturday, Sunday, and then, Monday and Tuesday on the road. It's just, a lot of events, a lot of activities towards Carnival, right? The climax of Carnival. As a result, every year, I normally take a break around this time and return after, right? The Monday after the Carnival or Spice Mass. So just saying to you, today's program is the last, and then I will return the Monday after the Carnival. I want to start off this morning by encouraging parents to speak to their children, both boys and girls, both male and female. Speak to them around this time. We are hearing of too many incidences, too many things happening at those small events. Because you see, the police cannot police everywhere. They can't be everywhere at the same time. And they're doing a fantastic job. But you, the parent or the parents, you need to speak to your boys in particular. Yes, you have to speak to your girls, but you have to speak to your boys in particular to leave their weapons at home. Go there and have fun, but leave the cutlasses at home. Leave the knives at home. And if you know of anybody with a gun or ammunition, you need to report it to the police. That's important because you might just be saving the life of a family member of yours. Or maybe your brother, you might be saving that life. So if you know of a person who has a gun or even talking about it, because we tend to talk about certain things in certain settings, right? So if you know about that, report it to the police. That's important. But parents, talk to your boy children. We're hearing of too many incidences, too many, you know, fights and cutlass and that kind of stuff. We have to work with law enforcement to make sure that we have a really good carnival 2025. We have some really nice songs. Let us go out there and have fun. Let's dance. Let's eat. Let's drink, but drink with moderation. The alcohol plus other substances that seem to be causing a lot of young people to get involved unnecessarily. Because you go out to have fun, you go out to just party, and somebody who decides to give trouble would give trouble and the whole thing shut down. So we have to be our neighbor's keeper. We have to work with the police to control certain things, to prevent certain things from happening. So my message to the parents and my message to the young people who are listening to me: violence is not the answer. Just go out and have a nice time. Leave your cutlass at home. Leave your knives for the kitchen. Don't go out with it. Don't cause, just a nice little village event to turn bloody and and then it spoils the whole thing, the whole name of the whole reputation of your community and the whole carnival and the whole spirit, the whole everything. It spoils it. So please, I urge you. I have been to quite a number of events already, and I know what I'm talking about. I'm not guessing this. I am a party goer. I am involved. I like to go and party and shake a waist and drink and laugh, and that's me. So I want to urge you, parents, speak to your boy children. And you have to kind of contain them because some of them cannot drink. They cannot handle alcohol. Yes, they might be of age. They might be 22 years, 23 years, 24 years, 25 years. But they cannot handle it. And make it even worse, they would be smoking and drinking. But some of them just cannot handle the alcohol. Forget about the weed and that kind of thing. Because I think alcohol is more dangerous for some of these young people than smoking a spliff or a weed. So the alcohol, because I have seen many of them, taking a particular rum, and the demon comes out. The bad conduct, the everything else comes out, right? So it's important to speak to them and to guide them, because I have been to a number of events, and I mean, people have to run and people have to, and when you check it out, for what? Stupidness, yes. Dotishness. Somebody tells somebody else something and they ain't like it, and they decide, well, they fighting or they doing some kind of stupidness, and then they spoil the whole little village event for everybody. Because the police, they've been very lenient. They've been, given the communities the opportunity to enjoy themselves. It's carnival. So I want to urge you, parents, guardians, leaders in the community, step up. This is the climax of the carnival. And now more than ever, you want that kind of intervention to take place. All right? Because we want the carnival to be really nice. The groovy songs are nice, the power soca, right? I mean, my thing is more the groovy, because I realize the quality is really up there, right? But the power, then you have Queen Show, you have the March Cry, you have quite a number of things, events and activities. You have White Show here, White Show there. Things are happening. You have the Juve, you have all those things. But we urge you, leaders in the community, It's time to speak to the young ones, because don't fool yourself. In every community, the people know who are the bad behaved ones. In every community, there are leaders in there who know those bad behaved ones. The police too, they know those bad behaved ones. I remember years ago, the police will pass around and make a sweep, right? Would pass around and pick up one or two people, and then you had certain people say, well, they shouldn't pick them up, and then do nothing, and then do this, and then do that. But then tutus, then pick them up, then they involve in something in the community or some event they involve in it. But long time or some years ago, I remember the police used to pass around because they know who are the bad behaved ones, and they picking them up for their own safety and for the safety of the community and the country. But I don't know if if they still do those things, right? But I think it was a good thing to do for the day or two, you know, and you contain the thing, because these troublemakers, they're everywhere, and they're always the same set, causing problems for people who just want to enjoy themselves and have fun, right? So I am urging, I'm starting off the program this morning, urging parents and urging guardians and urging community leaders to speak particularly to the young men. I'm not saying don't speak to the young women, but particularly the young men. Urge them to leave the cutlass, leave the knives at home. That's not the time for that. If you're going and walk garden, something different, right? But don't go to a fete, go to a party, go to a community event with some cutlass in your waist or some knife. And I think the police will intensify the search, because I know around this time, every event, they would have roadblocks and certain things like that. I want to encourage them to do more of that. And when there is public events, have police presence there. I mean, I know you're already stretched, because in nearly every community you have a little event, and the police, they're doing a fantastic job. But in certain communities, there's a need for stop and search, a need for being there. So if you have somebody who having some blocko or some thing, some event, some party, some juve, some jab, some kind of, there needs to be a certain amount of police there that can actually search who they have to search for weapons and other things like that. Because there are some key people in the community. They know, everybody know them, right? That they're the troublemakers. And the minute that you see them by an event or an activity, you know you have to be on your P's and Q's, right? So there is a need for that intervention. So far, so good. So far, so good. People might, say, well, they hear about this incident and that incident. So far, so good. But I'm urging the parents, I'm urging the community leaders, I'm urging guardians, I'm urging the folks to talk to the young men, right? They need to talk to them some more, especially like today, Tuesday, you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Because look, the police cannot do everything. They just don't have the manpower to do everything. But if you talk to your sons and you talk to your daughters, because it's you go to events and you just say, well, what could have, colloquially speaking, what could have come in that guy's head to do this stupidness? Everybody enjoying themselves, everybody dancing, everybody having a little, they're having a little drink and they're enjoying the music. But one stupidness with somebody, and the majority of them, it's their mother or father who have to run all around the place with them to go and get lawyers, And if they're injured, to run up in the hospital, to bring clothes for them. If they arrest them, they send them in jail or on remand. Who have to go and look for them again? The mother, many a times. Sometimes the father go. And the majority of them, those troublemakers, it's not to say they have money. It's not to say their parents have money. They're poor people. But they always find themselves into trouble, into problems. And that's the issue that we have. So if you speak to them before, right, and you try with them before, maybe you would avoid those things from happening. But I tell you, majority of times, the people who get themselves into all of this, they're poor people. They're often the people involved in all of these things. And who have to run with them? Their mother and father, to hold their head and ball and run and all that kind of stuff. All right? The next advice I have is for the people who are driving. At this point in time, we have a lot of visitors here. They come back to enjoy Carnival. Some of them rent vehicles. Some of them, they have vehicles here, so they're using it. So you have a lot of vehicles on the road. I want to urge you, if you're drinking, don't drive. Have somebody designated to drive, to be there, to take you from point A to point B. Because it's not too expensive to have somebody hired to pick up and drop off. It's not too expensive. And they can even use your own vehicle. Grenada, it's, especially around now, you might be able to get a driver who don't drink alcohol at all and can drive, drop you at that location, and pick you up at that location. That's important, very important, because there are a lot of people who believe they could handle. They could drink and they could handle. I know. I listen to them. They believe they could drive, even if they drink alcohol, and not just beers, hard liquor. And many a times, when they meet in accidents, it's innocent people they bouncing. Somebody who came from church with a family, or somebody who going to work, or somebody who by the side of the road waiting for some vehicle, that kind of thing. Many, many a times, when they meet in the accident, it's innocent. It's not people who came from any event like drinking and partying and so on. So I want to urge you, please, please, a lot of vehicles on the road. And if you want to see what I'm talking about, check the Grand Dance Main Road. And you could see a lot of vehicles are on the road. So please, if you're going to Lime, have somebody who not drinking. Or you can simply say, well, it's 4 of us. 2 or 3 could drive. 1 will not drink for this event. Right? And the next event, that same one who did not drink for the first one could drink and another person take over. You could do it like that. Right? Or you can hire somebody, or you can hire a vehicle. There's a lot of vehicles now on hire. But we have to try to help one another. All right? That's important. Very important. A lot of vehicles on the road, a lot of visitors here. Let's be extra careful. Let's drive to arrive alive. Let's drive for even those who are not even looking out. All right? That's very, very important. And lastly, I want to encourage those who are here, our friends, our colleagues who are here for Carnival, to take that moment and register so that they can vote when the election time comes. So take the moment and get registered. Nobody could tell you at any electoral office that you have to be here for this amount of days, this amount of months. No. As long as you are a Grenadian by birth, meaning you have a birth certificate to prove that you're a Grenadian, and you attain or you reach the age of 18, you can get registered. If you are a Grenadian because of your parents and you have a Grenadian passport, you can get registered with that Grenadian passport. You don't need to be here 12 months before. No. I'm saying if you have a Grenadian passport, you can get registered with that. If you have a birth certificate, you can get registered with that. But if you're a Commonwealth citizen and you want to get registered, then you have to prove that you were here 12 months before. That's only if you're a Commonwealth citizen. But if you're a Grenadian by birth, or because of your mother or father, or you became, a Grenadian through naturalization and so on, then you may have to bring certificate and other things like that. But once you're a born and bred Grenadian, right, you're born right here. You have a birth certificate, that's enough. So I want to urge you, take the time to get registered while you're here for Carnival. You don't have to get the identification card one time because it takes about 14 days or something like that to get it. So you don't need that. All right away. You get registered. On your return, you can pick it up at the office. So again, saying, a Commonwealth citizen, Miss Gilbert is asking, a Commonwealth citizen, a person from South Africa is a Commonwealth citizen. They are part of the Commonwealth of Nations under the United Kingdom, that setup. Dominica is a Commonwealth citizen. A person in India is a Commonwealth citizen. An Indian is a Commonwealth citizen. I just can't recall how many countries make up the Commonwealth, but it's not hard to just Google that. All right. So if they're here, they need to prove that they've been here 12 months. All right, because they have to be here 12 months before to register. That's Commonwealth citizens. But we are Grenadians first. While we are a part of the Commonwealth, we are Grenadians first and foremost. So you register as a Grenadian citizen because priority has been given in the law for a Grenadian citizen. If you're a Grenadian citizen, you can register with your birth certificate or you can register with your Grenadian passport. You don't need to be here 12 months before because that's where you stay. That's your house. That's your place. That's your country. All right? But a Commonwealth citizen is somebody who comes in and they come to Grenada. All right? So let's use the opportunity to register. All right? Nice. Folks, I saw a very short reel by our beloved Prime Minister. And I said to myself, NNP been in power for a very, very long time, but they have not impacted seriously the lives of ordinary people. But the NDC is doing that. And look, now is not the time to dive too deep into the politics. It's time to enjoy yourself, enjoy the festive time, the carnival and so on. But I saw it.
Open defecation with latrines. That's what we're trying to eliminate. It probably here as a bit of a monument of what used to be. And then we will show you what is. Yes, region of the hill. Where's the road?
Oh, we're on the other side.
And maybe.
And this condition exists in nearly every village, nearly every constituency. You see, and you wonder. The NNP was in power for what, 23 years and a half? 23 years and a half. And this is still the condition that people are living.
Open defecation with latrines. That's what we're trying to eliminate.
You wonder. You wonder because the NDC is now trying to help our people to come out of that state and situation that they're in. And it will take more than just 5 years or 10 years or 15 years to really help the amount of people who are in need of just a simple thing as a indoor bathroom and toilet facility or some repairs on their home. Simple as that. And the government continues to build roads where there were no roads, proper concrete roads with drains, so people have access. The NDC is doing a lot of work to help our people. And you go around sometimes, and you hear certain people speaking, and they would have every bad thing to say about the government or the NDC. And then you say, but wait, are you living in Grenada? Have you been following what the government is doing to help our people? And thank God for technology. Thank God for the internet and social media. Because things are being exposed. People are seeing what the government is actually doing to help our people. Because a friend said, but I thought there was an MP in this constituency that won twice or three times. You're talking about members of parliament who won 3 times in a constituency. 3 times, and you go and you look at the condition that people are living in, and you wonder what's going down. The condition is terrible. So now the NDC has to come and fix it all. Now the NDC has to come and get everything done. And there are some people with no patience. They want them to fix everything now. But when I watch that little video, that little reel, it says a lot about our beloved Prime Minister. He's going there. Nobody can come in and tell him. He's going there in the community, seeing for himself, trying to help the people. It's not easy. but step by step is getting it done. You tell me, NNP been in power for so long.
The open defecation with latrines, that's what we're trying to eliminate. It probably has a bit of a monument of what used to be. And then we will show you what is. Yes, region of the hill. Where's the road?
Ulang yun, Nasay.
Hi, baby.
And look at the state of the art bathroom and toilet. The NDC is not giving them any old thing, you know. No, look at it. Inside of the bathroom. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. But thank God for the NDC. Thank God for our beloved Prime Minister, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. I mean, this gentleman has a heart for people. He has a love for people, and seeing them move from where they are to a better condition, a better place. You know, we have to continue to support him and the team. They have a lot of work to do to help so many people. They have a lot of work to do. It will take some time. And that is why I'm saying 15 years is not enough. But people are seeing with their very eyes the kind of work that this government is doing. So, folks, this is not the season or time for Kem Jones, right? It's time for you to enjoy the carnival and to stay safe and have clean fun. And I know that. I decided to come on this morning, just do a short version of the program, right? And I want to also feature a little piece of real vibes at the ministerial complex. All right. I want to feature that too as we wrap up this morning. So I want to wish you all the best. Remember that this program is the last before the carnival, and I will return on the Monday after carnival. The Monday after carnival. All right. So I want to wish you all the best. And if you're here in Grenada, link up as usual with me. If you're returning, you can link up, right? You know my number. That will be amazing. That will be cool, all cool. So I look forward to that. A number of people have already called me to say that they're here, and you know, we could link up sometime. That's just what it is. The fun, the vibes. All right. So I want to wish you all the best, folks. I'll play this short video, and then we're gonna wrap it all up.
Hey, your brief is fighting. Well, it's pretty nice day. Our day every day was the next thing. Why? So happy to see me. We never happy to see me. No one can change that. I'm the family. I'm the family.
No gun, no violence. Put on the gun, put on the gun and chain, and we play a job. Stop the gun thing.
Yes, give it up for very good. The bad artist, little boy. Understand? Yeah, this is our scope of our finalists. Yeah, big it up for that. Yeah, we doing that. Big three.